up, Bulls Nation, Bulls family? I already know it's the Bully Sports Show. We back with another one. Here to talk about this Josh Giddey news that just dropped. A trade of Caruso parted from our squad today, and a straight up trade for Josh Giddey of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Young 21-year-old playmaker, 6'8", can get up and down the floor. But we did just lose pretty much our defensive identity. So we're going to discuss all of that and what other possible moves could be had and smoke around Zach LaVine, Jazz, Sixers, Kings, Magic. KC reported earlier they proposed 15 different trades with Zach LaVine name in there. He looks like the most likely is piece to be moved next. But before we get into all of this, let me ask my boy, my co-host Q, how you doing, bro?
Doing great, boy. Nice to see something getting done over here in Chicago, bro. Get a little annoying, like just not seeing no moves. People were starting to believe we was gonna have a third year in a row running it back. So we get to talk about something that's good for me, like that we actually made a move, and it was a relevant move at that.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it addressed your number one need or your number one concern that was with this team. You didn't have any pieces with high upside, like no young pieces that can have, potentially star potential. I mean, we hope that for Patrick Williams based on physical tools. Kobe White showed glimpses, arguably the most improved player of last year, but still not really.
Yeah, and they not
Kobe
all
give you
star. Yeah, he just
yeah,
let,
he
let,
can CJ McCollum, like you know what I'm saying. Like he cold, he can hoop, but it's hard, especially at that point guard position. But then you bring in Giddey, where I think again he had a 17 PR last year. PR was higher than Alex Caruso's. Right, he only 21 years old. Can impact the game in multiple ways. That give you upside. So that's something I look forward to. It's an upside move, but what does this signal? Right?
they
Are we
gotta send to
rebuilding?
at least a retooling. I think I told you, go into the day. We're gonna have a roster that somehow is just as competitive. They just gonna be younger. I think that's the goal. I think that's what Arturos is gonna make happen because he's tired. He said he's tired of losing, bro. And I kind of believe that's the one thing that was true in his whole entire press conference. I think he felt that pressure from losing, and losing with an old roster just sounds bad. Like it's just a terrible all-in roster, and we're not making the playoffs. So I definitely think he's gonna try to at least get us in the playoffs, but I think he's gonna try to make us have a young team. Like we're gonna OKC last year, Minnesota 2 years ago. I think that's pretty much what we got to look forward to.
I mean, we was pretty much that with veteran players, right? You talking about arguably a play-in team. Um, eh, that's what I'm assuming that you mean. And with the young pieces, I don't think Josh Giddey is not weak enough for me as a complete rebuild. I think he will bring kind of like some winning basketball. He comes from OKC, number one team in the West last year, was a starter on that roster. Other things that happened outside of basketball, I think kind of impacted his play. He had a bunch of momentum going, him and Chet.
Yeah,
And now a change of scenery might be best. He has a very, to me, very high upside. Can be something. Got to knock down a shot, but again, I don't know. Like he's like you said, kind of like a retooling type player. I think he's good enough, especially if you pair him with Kobe White. To me, that's something that I would like. Maybe you bring Patrick Williams to the three, or if you bring DeMar back, I don't see that working out. Giddey, DeMar, and Vooch in the same lineup don't make any sense to me. But we're bringing in Giddey. I think the next move will be to address the big, whether that's power forward or center. I think that's the next move. And I think that's why we heard the smoke of the Bulls being interested in a Clint Capella, right? Like Capella won't make sense on this roster without having playmaking. And I think, that next move, now you have a playmaker. You got Kobe White that can be a shooter. Maybe you move off LaVine. I'm hearing this super smoke with the Jazz. You bring in maybe John Collins and that type of deal,
the
right? What?
Kings is still talking about the Kings, and I feel like this is the second or third time they didn't been bought up. So there
Yeah,
might be a little truth to that.
Yeah, Kings as well too. I mean, you can go with a lineup of say Kobe, Herter, Giddey, Barnes, and again, I don't want to see Vooch, right? So maybe Capella, some different center for sure. Like I just don't think if they keep Vooch, again, I think Vooch is a good passer. That'll be helping in the playmaking department. We was like one of the worst team in assists last year with him and Giddey. I think we'll be a better passing team, but I think it's time to once you just move Caruso, I think that just gave a green light for everybody else to go.
Yeah, like they kept saying this is our culture. We're not moving off of him for yada yada yada. There've been a lot of statements about Caruso, which is why I think we all surprised at the Giddey trade that it was just straight up. But as a lot of people had to remind me, Giddey's only 21 and
21.
it's only 21. And so I think this is actually like he's 11 years younger.
Yeah.
And he pretty much had around the same stats. I know he ain't got the same defensively or 3-point shooting wise. Alex Caruso was shooting 40% last year.
Yeah.
But I think this also gives more room for Pat and Ayo to take a leap forward. So I'm kind of excited for that too.
I think Kobe, Io, Giddey, Patrick Williams, I think they're good enough to win you 30 some games.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a piston situation to where, hey, y'all have a straight losing mentality. I think Kobe can win you a few games. Now you bringing in Giddey. Io is probably one of the most consistent young players we have on this roster, right? And he gives you pretty much like 80% of what Alex Caruso gives you, right? With a little bit more dynamic offensive game, little bit better off the dribble, kind of point guard, combo guard is right. So
Shot relatively the same from three last year too.
yeah, Io definitely improved in that department, right?
Yeah, he got real hot at the end of the year.
Yeah,
I give him
yeah.
his credit there. He got real hot.
It was like Kobe first half of the season, and then Io shit second half of the season, and he didn't let up at all. So I kind of like the dynamic. Now the other thing with these other trades, I mean, you can really, like you said, you can go Kings, you can go Utah, you can try to do the Sixers route. My
I
goal
said
would be to try to pick up another first round pick,
that would
possibly
be my goal. Now, in this year's draft or next year's draft? I say next year's
next year
draft.
for sure. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
And I don't think no one's giving up a first round pick next year. I think that's what the problem is. People seem like they're willing to give up this year's pick.
Yeah,
Next
yeah,
year pick, it seems like no one's willing to really that go of it. Not unless they're a contender.
yeah.
You know,
I
they're
mean, it's
always
more
willing to give up.
fluid this draft because the lack of talent. I mean, it looked like a bunch of role players, but I mean, if you can get that 16 pick from 76ers, if you could have got the 13th pick from or no, what pick do Oklahoma get? Oklahoma, I think they got a pick. If you could get the 10th
I
pick,
mean, yeah, they like 20 something though.
yeah, but I mean, shit, you can get that. Like somebody might slide, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we need anyone like imagine a team with 18-year-olds. Yeah, we can be at least the Rockets.
yeah, hell yeah. I mean, we I said we
The
got some
King,
young.
as long as we not the Pistons, you're right.
That's what I
Uh, I want to,
said.
I definitely want to bring that back up because I want y'all to realize how bad the Pistons are. They got Monty Williams fired. Like how they get even worse, bro. How they get even worse, bro.
It's the culture, man. I think, now the thing is with the Bulls, we done had a mediocre culture like the last couple years, right? Which we question it, but like I think it's all, like everybody have to be aligned and pushing towards one goal. I think if ownership is aligned with your front office is aligned with your coach aligned with the players, then that breeds success, right? But Chicago, like we gotta pick shit up, man. We gotta start trending in the right
Yeah, we too
direction.
big of a city, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Too big of a market, too big of a city, too many resources. The
And
best fans in the fucking game. Like,
we
come
shouldn't
on,
be
bro.
living off of Jordan legacy, man.
Pathetic. It's fucking
Like
pathetic, bro.
that should just be like fuel. That shouldn't be all we got.
Yeah, that should be the
Like
cherry on top. Like,
yeah,
and we
like
had the best player in the game, and we still doing shit, but we not doing shit.
nah, like all we had was the best player in the game, and that was it. That was it.
Exactly.
People over here like if y'all didn't have him,
Y'all didn't have that fucking dynasty team. Y'all
yeah,
didn't
if
have
you
that
ain't have
fucking.
him and he ain't say I was gonna go anywhere else.
But they had put up like the top 4 ring leaders or championship winning teams. We still top 4. That's how
Yeah,
you
but no
know
one care
how
about
hard it.
Ford. People was
No,
like, dang.
I know, but shit, to me that just shows you how hard it is to win a fucking
Oh
championship.
yes, yes.
Like
Jordan got
it
six
ain't
of them.
easy. It ain't easy.
Jordan 6 made us the third most winning franchise. And
Yeah,
that's what we've been milking it so hard.
I know. I
Steph
know.
Ford propelled the Warriors past us. The Spurs got 5 off Tim Duncan.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, they on our ass. You know what I'm saying? And
And they got Wimby.
hell yeah, you know one coming for sure. So yeah, we gotta pick some shit up. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I think the biggest problem is now we talking about championships. Like they don't even put together rosters that can fucking make the playoffs. Like, god damn, like come on, man. Like make the shit make sense. I think also to this Caruso package, do you think this was kind of underwhelming? Like I see a bunch of people, they like,
Yeah,
that's it. Like,
it's
damn.
because everybody wanted us to get a pick so bad. Like I said, you got to look at it that Giddey is 21. So if you want to look at it as a rookie coming out the draft this year, what number would Giddey go? People said Giddey would still be top 5. So
I,
if
I
you look
think
at it
so.
like that, that's a win.
And he's 21.
Exactly. If you look at him as him coming out of college at 21, he only got 1 year on his contract though. And then we do got control over. He'll be a restricted free agent. We got control over that, so that's still a good thing. But it's just something. Just that's how you got to look at it if you want to look at it as a positive. Now me, I'm looking at it as like, you know how many times y'all done told us we now moving Alex Caruso unless we just had a crazy trade package. He's the culture of our team. We would not just let him go for penny. So just to see a straight up trade for Josh Giddey after hearing statements that our tourists have made about Alex Caruso, it was kind of underwhelming. It was just like, dang, okay, all right. Well, how many times have you seen a one-on-one player straight up trade?
I don't know. Like I said, when I seen that shit, I thought it was fake. I'm like, what
Just one
the
on one straight up trade. I don't know what. Okay,
Yeah,
and then it's over here like, yeah, I see why OKC made it, but he made that trade.
yeah, like y'all didn't get no picks.
Yeah, not a sec. We ain't even saying like Caruso that cold or Giddey that bad. They just we
No
ain't get no
picks though, not
picks.
one.
We ain't get none. We ain't give them one. They gave us 2, but nothing.
Damn. I mean,
Nothing.
even heavily,
No, no.
not a second. Like,
Yeah,
goddamn,
they
like
ain't do us like the Trailblazers and just lie. Like give us the pick that never conveyed. They ain't even do that. Like
yeah. To me, it sound. You know what's crazy? Now, I don't want to assume too much, but it was a article. Will Godley, Godley, shout out to that man. He came out with an article, basically saying that the Bulls had a mandate to push for the playoffs.
yeah,
Right? They could have
yeah.
traded Caruso, and one of the picks that was part of that Caruso package ended up being a top 10 lottery pick in this year's draft, and we moved off. Right? It
That don't
seemed,
mean nothing because we 11th.
yeah, no. It wouldn't have been our own pick. We would have still had the
I
11th
mean,
pick,
yeah, but just
and then we would have had we could have had 2 lottery picks.
to my mans who wrote the article, if I need you to say top 5 or top 7. If you say top 10, I'm assuming it's 10.
Even if it is 10, bro, like you could have had 2 lottery picks. Right? Like
Not wrong.
I mean, I would like to have 2 lottery picks, but basically, what I was trying to say with my story is, do you think that play any type of because Will kind of leaked that article? Do you think that put pressure on them to try to flip somebody? And just how you tried to say, hey, this is basically trading for a top 5 pick in this year's draft with Josh Giddey. Like, do you think him leaking that information had any impact on today's moves? Because to me, this shit came out of nowhere, bro. Like
Now, I don't
nowhere.
think the article had impact because I've been telling you all year how this was going in the offseason. I'm like, this man's just going to tell him he got to make the playoffs and he can't make no moves.
I know. I think we all in agreement to that. But
So
the
I
fact
don't
it
think,
was leaked by
nah, I feel like if we knew, all Bulls fans knew this though. I feel like the article don't put no more pressure than what was already there. Like, I
I
mean, don't
think
get me wrong. They talked about it a little bit on NBA Today and all of that about how the Bulls making a push to still make the playoffs, and and I just know, like it was a little bit of a talked about thing, but I don't think that added pressure at all. Like I feel like people been telling him to blow it up as soon as like probably 10 days after Lonzo went down. I don't think the article itself did it, but I do think the fans from all of this season getting on him made him say he had to take a trade. And
I mean,
Giddey,
shit, 3 years late, he ain't made a trade since 2021.
and that's why I feel like that. Don't get me wrong. That's why I was out of nowhere. Cause I feel like at that point, bro was like, all right, I gotta do something that they want us to get younger and still win. I gotta do that. Like I just gotta do that. I feel like getting picks in this year's draft wouldn't have been as great as any other. Again, if we have multiple picks in next year's draft, yes, but no one's really coming off their pick next year.
But man,
I
could have
know.
had a top 10 pick with a young guy plus another pick. To me, that's better. I think based on that
But what's the
article,
young guy? Is it any young guy or is it a starting young guy?
so potentially say talking Houston, right? To me, let's name the teams in the lottery. You got Atlanta, Wizards,
They ain't coming off their pick.
Rockets, who's known to be shopping their pick. I think that's one team that
Yeah, they probably could. Yeah,
that could have some level of interest in Caruso. Where's Alex Caruso from?
Texas.
Right? Number 4, San Antonio. You know they don't want Alex Caruso. It makes no sense. Number 5, Detroit. Makes no sense for them to be after Alex Caruso. Number
But
6,
they probably
Hornets.
not going to give a young player in a pick though.
The
Cause they know
Rockets?
they maybe the Rockets. Everybody else, no, cause they know they're gonna be trash with or without him.
Right. So again, it's not Portland. Number 8, it's not I don't even know who had number 8, but number 9, it ain't Memphis, right? So number 10, it ain't Utah, and us is number 11, right? So if we talking top 10 picks, the only 2 teams possibly who had any level of interest in Alex Caruso would be Memphis Grizzlies or Houston Rockets. Now we talking Houston Rockets. Say if we would have got a package surrounding Tari Eason, who I think me and you wanted, right? Plus 2 picks, top, say top 2 protected on one of them, top 5
I don't
protected
think
on
they got
another.
that trade.
Huh?
I don't think they got that trade.
I do. I
I
for
don't think they. I don't
I
think they
do.
got that trade.
I think it was some idea of that. Because again, unless it was Memphis, what Marcus Smart
But
and
no, see, I
Anthony,
could see someone saying they ain't giving us Smart. I could see them giving us like uh GG Jackson and and uh,
still the
and,
point is it don't even
and
matter.
their pick this year maybe.
It don't even matter what the package is. It's the fact that you could have had a young player plus a lottery pick plus another pick, right? And then you just settle for Josh Giddey. I think that's what the fan base is probably most pissed off about. I think you could have got a little bit more if you would have traded him at the right time. Now, just trading him left field. I mean, Giddey not
Now
a
you
bad
got the
player.
best play. You got the best player that pretty much everybody else was mentioning out of all trade packages.
Yeah, but I mean, you could have had more assets.
Yeah.
And I think with us lacking assets, that's the move that fans wanted to see, right? They want to see a complete rebuild. I don't see this as, again, I think they're going to aim for like some 22,
No,
23 dudes.
yeah, no, we
Like,
gonna
and
we
try to
gonna still
compete.
make no, we that 22, 23-year-old dude has to be able to play basketball today.
Yeah.
That's what Artur said.
You know who I would love to get?
What you got in mind?
Brandon Ingram.
Hey, he is on the
Kobe,
block.
Giddey, Ingram. Oh man. Oh man. That's a young squad I would like,
Hey, if he can stay healthy too, give us like 77 games.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
I would not mind seeing that. You know
Even
what I'm
with
saying?
Vooch, it's like fuck it. I'll
Nah,
take
I'm
that.
moving Vooch.
I mean, yeah, I'm still, but like if, even still, I'm just saying that lineup, even with Vooch, still good enough. Like
Vooch gotta sell the crib, bro. I can't. Nah. I don't want to see another minute of Vooch. I ain't gonna lie. They keep talking about package Caruso with Zach LaVine. They should have packaged fucking Caruso with Vooch. I don't want to see another minute of that,
It's the
man.
Game of Thrones meme, bro. They probably like we tried.
It's kind of tricky, but I think this again leads to other trades. Now retooling, like I said, we know the rumors out there with LaVine. Now I'm gonna ask you this: if you DeMar DeRozan, are you coming back?
Carlos Caruso left?
Yeah, he gone.
Or you like, are you?
Yeah, he gone. He ain't here no more.
I mean, I kind of thought he was gone already because I feel like the Bulls honestly gave him the best offer they was going to give him. They just waited and out to see, and they probably got word someone out there finna give him something a little more.
Hell
I
no.
think,
Who giving him more than 40 million? Ain't nobody giving him that.
but they probably giving him. We only gave him like 2 years, 40 million. Someone out there probably giving him 3 years. We weren't giving him 40 mil a year, was we?
That's what we offered. Well, that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the rumor.
No, someone probably out there giving him 3 years, 30 million or something.
Who?
Or it's, I wouldn't be
Sixers?
surprised with the Lakers or something.
I don't think the Lakers got that.
Sixers,
Yeah, I know Sixers got it, but I don't know if they want DeMar over there. Shit.
Knicks. They talking about OG gonna test the field. Knicks,
Yeah, probably New York. Oh, yeah, that might be one. I ain't gonna lie.
maybe even Pacers.
Yeah, I could see that happening for sure. Yeah, man. I mean, it's interesting, but basically, you saying not back to the Bulls, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I think if we gave him 40 mil a year at any point, I think he a fool not to take it. I don't care if it was for 1 year. I feel like no one out there gonna give him 40 million. Now I could be wrong. I'm not an agent.
But I mean, he ain't never won though either, and he not in
So
the playoffs. You taking 40 to go home in April again?
I mean, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
40 million. Now, like I said, if we talking a difference of 5 million, nah, but if we talking a difference of 20 million, hell yeah, I'll take that and go home.
But what
I'm hoping
happened?
we
I don't. To me, yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like they did offer him that money, but he probably looking at it like, man, let me see what y'all do first. And I
I won't be
think,
surprised if he end up in the Clippers because Paul George probably don't return. They probably start shopping people over there. He might end up going back home like he wanted.
who PG?
No. I'm saying DeMar.
Yeah, but I mean, shit, it's saying PG ain't going to the Sixers. So if PG don't go to the Sixers, then
I can't even start my PG to the Bulls train after this trade. So
yeah, man.
he going to the Suns. They're gonna trade him for Bradley Beal.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
No, I'm just saying anything, y'all.
We gotta see what happened, man. I think this is the first of many moves. Let's see how they play this shit out. I think DeMar's gone.
Yeah, he gone. All
But
of them. The only person I'm worried about coming back is Vooch, and I know you would hate if he come back.
that'll kill me, bro. I
That's the only
swear.
thing. That's the only person I think that actually,
Yeah, I don't want to see Vooch at all. Like,
unless we get competitive.
bro, Vooch is trash, bro. Like Vooch ass suck, bro. Like we can't do that shit no more. Like we could do anything but that. Like I swear, I'll be happy with any other. Even if we start a rookie, draft somebody at 11, I'm cool with that. Like, but that Vooch project shit, to me, he the reason why this team been so damn bad. You know,
You think so?
hell yeah. In my opinion, hell fucking yeah.
Man, a lot of men.
He ain't to me. He not the worst, but he just don't play
Nah,
like he don't play
yeah, he don't
defense at the
play
level
any.
we need him to play defense at, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
he don't play defense. He ain't even average.
yeah, and I don't think we need him for offense. Like, if Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan healthy, like shit, we need somebody to
Even
play defense. You
yeah,
know,
even when it was Kobe and DeMar, it was like, hey, bro, if you ain't finna hit these open shots, you gotta at least play D.
and that ain't happening. And when he trying, he still trash. That's my whole problem. Like when 100% is still garbage. And I don't think it's no fault of his own. I mean, it's age catching up with him. He's a bigger body, and he's not athletic. But shit, for y'all to re-sign him for 20 mil, right? Consistently. Like if he was declining in his contract, we signed him for 20. This year he making 16. Last year the contract he making 12. Okay, bring him off the bench. But man, I'm not finna keep this man at 20 mil coming off the bench, and he damn sure not a starter. So get his ass up out of here.
We're gonna have to send him to the Hornets or something.
The Hornets don't even want him, bro. We gotta
see. That's
send him to Grizzlies. Send him to Memphis.
They not trying to tank. They was just trying to waste time for John Morant to get help.
I know but I'm saying like they need a center. They ain't got a center.
Oh yeah, they did trade Steven Adams.
Yeah, they ain't got no big.
Who they trade him for? Oh, I just thought about that. No, they just let my man go for nothing in my head.
I think they salary dumped him to get from to kind of cut the luxury tax bill or something. I don't know what the hell they did. They did something though. They probably attached a pick. Yeah, it was probably a salary dump move. But yeah, I mean Vooch got options. New Orleans need a center.
No, they don't. They still got Jones.
No, he a free agent.
They're gonna probably resign. Nah, he would have resigned already. No.
Take this Vooch, take Zach. Yeah, give me Brandon Ingram. Shit, trade Valanciunas.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
true. Go ahead and put Zion next to Vooch, man.
Let him cook.
Let him do that pick and roll real
Let
quick.
him cook on the threes all day, baby. Come on.
Oh yeah, they talking about getting rid of CJ too.
I mean, they bro. DeMar, CJ, that era, man. LeBron not even in the coaching hires no more, bro. Like that era gone, bro. Like the KDs, you got Anthony Edwards and Jokic and fucking Giannis out here. All that old school shit. You're not winning with that anymore. I don't mind one old player, right? But you could do that. You get a Udonis Haslem now. Like
get the Kevin Garnett his last season in the Minnesota.
Shit.
They were showing that picture with him.
Who an old Bulls player that's still in the league? Tosh?
Derrick Rose.
D Rose. Bring him back.
They've been talking about bringing D Rose back for like 3 years now.
Oh, bro, bring his ass back to the crib. Yeah. Oh, bro, bring Pooh back. On my mama. That man back to the rack. I ain't gonna lie. Is he the only who else? What old Chicago players in the league?
I mean, he got to come from a winning culture, so I can't
he was with the Knicks. He helped the Knicks to get back relevant.
Like, I mean, unless you want to bring Derrick Jones Jr. back, like you can bring back anybody, but like you want to bring back a Bull, right?
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll take DJJ. He young.
Jimmy Butler.
DJJ only like 25 years old, bro.
For real?
Yeah, he seemed old. Yeah, like 24, 25, DJJ.
Yeah. I said we're gonna have to bring back Jimmy Butler.
Shit. If Jimmy, I don't know if Jimmy
living life on the run from myself and where I'm from. Wish I could take them all with me. I love my slums. I'm just saying it's a lot to overcome when you tryna